Hello everyone, I am Tessellating Hexagons, and just now I tested my microphone by shouting the word lesbians into it. Anyway, how are you people doing? This is of course Anodyne, and I forget which one leads to where I'm going. I'm going to say this one? Of course not. Why would it be the one that's furthest to the right in a country that reads from left to right? Anyway, we're here at the end of the Red Caves. I swear that looks like... Yeah, no shit, the statue is moved. That looks like a Pokéball in some coral, but then again, you look at it in a different way and it's actually young. I don't know. His left eye, which is on our right, kind of looks like the button on a Pokéball. I don't know. Anyway, we're heading this way. And all of a sudden, a passageway turned into a warp and we're in an 8-bit maze. Seems legit, seems Turkish, which is kind of a running joke within Lively Planet at this point. The seeing one knows all and will lead one to enlightenment. The road to enlightenment is unlit by any torches. Wow, be super subtle about how the torches mark which way is the wrong way. Yes, this is a giant F-off 8-bit maze, and there's a torch up there so we don't go that way, and that fucker up there, I believe he also does 6 fucks of health of damage, if not more. They cannot be hurt, just like the shadow people, and for an added bonus, every time you swing your broom around them, as this will be alluded to later, but I might as well just say it now, like, they walk back and forth. Every time you swing your broom, they'll walk a little bit faster. See, look, when you're in their line of sight, they'll go, and then every time I swing my broom, a bit faster, a bit faster, a bit faster. Of course, he's... Oh, no, I was going to say he's fucked off screen, but nope. You just keep doing that. You do you. Anyway, I've just not been commenting on the fact that there are spikes and bloody spikes, and there are things, you know, dead people splattered against the wall, and all that good shit. 8-bit mazes, you know. Now, the dungeon of this area starts as soon as we finish this area, and I'm aware that there is a fuck of health hidden in here somewhere. I don't remember offhand. I think you can get it now, but I would prefer not to, because I think it's the hardest one in the game to get, but I don't know. There's one thing I want to check first. Do not stray from the way of the seeing one, not even for the treasures lying at the far corners of the maze. In fact, you know what? Yeah. I'm gonna check one thing first, and then if shit's not the way I'm expecting, then I will just walk back to where I just was, because that was, I think, a checkpoint was. It was obviously a checkpoint, but the halfway point of sorts. And there are treasures in the 4 corners of this maze, as that thing just suggested. Oh, this place does become a lot easier once you've beaten the game, and you know. In fact, just later on in the game in general, it gets much easier. Oh, you tease! You tease! 24 cards, okay. Then we'll come back after we've finished the next dungeon then. But if you people don't remind me to come back then, I will blame it all on you. Like, you people are all officially... Did I seriously just... You people are all George Ezra, and it is all completely your responsibilities if I don't come back for that fuck of health. In fact, I think there's a card if we go this way. Yeah. I know it is possible to jump over double pits, but it is a bit difficult. So, you know, make of that what you will. My plan for this episode was just to go straight to the dungeon and blast through it like... I don't know, like my name was George Foreman. I know it looks like I'm just throwing myself into a pit, but it is possible to make these jumps. Don't make a liar out of me, game. I have done it before. Nyeh. Seriously? I know it can be done. Okay. Not going that way then. I know it is possible, and this game is just making me out to be all kinds of like, why am I even walking back? We literally have a checkpoint right there. And I can just do this. I don't even remember if it's that way that the stuff is anyway, but I know it can be done. I apologize. Must be painful to fall down the same hole so many times. Ladies? Question mark? Okay, that's where we just were, I think. Oh, hello. There was no point going the rest of that way then. Yeah, you can't touch me. Okay, that was a trap. I knew that was a trap. I walked straight past it, and yet... We'll just come back for the extra fuck of health later. Because, like I said, this place gets so much easier later in the game. Hello, Mr. Dressed like Link from the original Legend of Zelda. And hello, zombie people. Well, they're not technically zombies, but yeah. So how are you lovely people doing? It's 9 o'clock on a Thursday evening where I am, and oh, we're at the end already. So, yay. Let's see what's this way. Yeah, come on. Away with you. Yes, I have some peach tea just chilling to my left. You know, usually I have it on my right, so switching things up, because I like to keep it funky fresh with PHs instead of Fs. So, I kind of want to show off how much damage these guys do, but at the same time I want to live, you feel me? I should have just gone into the dungeon so I could get the Nexus Stone that's in there. Will you just... See, there is a bit of strategy to speeding them up just so they get out of your way a bit quicker, but of course that means that they're also harder to dodge, so... Also, I believe that broom sweeps actually stack, so if they're not moving, and then you move into their line of sight, they'll start moving, but they'll start moving at the speed they would have been moving at if, you know, if they had seen you swing the broom so many times. Like, they can hear you speeding up, even if they're not really moving, is what I'm trying to say here. So, very inform, much education, wow. Doog! I should be doing the dungeon by now, and it is a bit of a weird dungeon. It has really good music though, so you got that to look forward to. I can have treasure, please. Oh, we get to talk to you. Hello, Mr. Person. What am I doing here? Good question. I just stumbled upon here. I'm in hiding. It's safe here if you don't venture too far out and let those guys get you. Looks like I'm relatively fortunate. All these dead people strewn all over the place. How did they die? It's a little fascinating to try and think of how it happened. Were they attacked by the monsters, tripped and fell onto the spikes? It is a bit grim. I hope it doesn't happen to me. Physical pain is a terrible prospect. You don't say. Now, I can't remember which way I came in from. Was it this way? This looks familiar. Okay. Okay. We'll go this way then. Maybe we're not. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll just hide down here until you disappear. Unintentional rhyme time. Yay. I'm just playing through all this and thinking, this gets so much easier later in the game, and yet I'm trying to do it now. Meh. Oh, nope. All of the nope. Maximum nopage. Nope bonus. Could you jump down the hole, please? Doesn't really matter. I can just walk past you. Are we in the corner yet? Yeah. Okay. All of the nope. Just have a whole bag of nope and my left shoe. Oh, and there's... It looks like that bottommost zombie guardian guy had a little bit too much chili for lunch. Now, that's the thing. From what I've heard... Oh yes, we managed to get to a chest after all. From what I've heard, engaging in chili food burns as much on the way out as it does on the way in. I have not experienced this. Don't get violent around me. I think that's your clue that you don't have to swing... That you don't swing the broom around them. But this... Wait, nope, not this way. There. I'll just start the story from the beginning. There was this Thai restaurant, I believe it was, in Sweden that I went to once, and there was some crazy spicy shit, and no, it just felt like ordinary shit on the way out. Too much information, I know. But from what I've heard, some people experience... Why am I talking about this spicy burning pain when they do the shit that has the spicy food in it? You're welcome! Hey, okay, we'll get this fuck of health, and I will make my way to the next dungeon, and we'll do the next dungeon in the next episode. How does that sound? Because I got distracted by the 8-bit maze. It's officially called the 8-bit maze as well. Okay, all of the nope. Maximum nopage, just sit on the front porch next to my pile of basil and just count all the nopes. Oh, there's my fuck of health. That was a lot easier than anticipated, unless this isn't the way to it. Oh wait, nope, it is, okay. Well, maybe we can get halfway into the next dungeon, I don't know. Unless there's something else I can do in the overworld, I can't remember offhand. So, we get another fuck of health. Which means that there are just 2 more... I think that's all the loose ones in the overworld now, because... Move along, yeah. Slow your roll, Trencher Osterhuis. Now I'm torn, because I want to start on the next dungeon. But I also kind of want to procrastinate a bit, so... I tell you what. I will get to the next dungeon, and then leave for a bit, and I'll start the next dungeon in the next episode. I'm sort of planning as I'm going here. Because I could just do a lot of the dungeon and then, like, the cliffhanger at the boss, but then that would be rather anticlimactic because the bosses in this game aren't super difficult. You watch that statement will come back and bite me in the ass later, I'm sure, but... anyway, little preview of the next area. And it has good music, but you can't hear it yet. So we could just warp straight to the next dungeon if we so desire. I could do the same thing for the next dungeon after that, but I'd rather not because spoilers. So I'll tell you what, I'll open this next gate here. Never seen that line of dialogue before? Because there is an entire other area that we've not even spoken about yet, and it has 3 constituent parts, as you could see there. I mean, everywhere else seems to be a 4-part area insofar as, like, okay, there's like a single portal gate there, and that's like the tutorial. And then, like, we've got the Temple of the Seeing One, and then the back of the temple, and then Youngtown, and then the Mayor Yink's apartment. So that's a 4-fuck area. Then there are there are 3 sub-areas. So there's the forest, which then leads to the cliff dungeon, and then whatever's beyond that. I'm not going to spoil what that is. Then on the other side, you've got the beach, which connects to the Red Caves and the Red Marshes, and then obviously the 8-bit maze and the next dungeon. And then, why am I even talking you through this? I mean, it's fairly obvious, but it's still worth pointing out. And then there's the rainy area. There's the bit we're going to now for no reason other than it's worth showing off. And the field, which, you know, the field in turn is like a 4-point area in that there are 4 places that derive from it. So everything seems to come in 4s in this game. Like, you know, I'm thinking while I'm speaking here, but like, if you lump the tutorial in with that 3-point area that I pointed out before, then that makes that a 4-point area. Plus, the field connects to the area we're going to now, the rainy area, the beach, and the forest. And then each of those in turn connects to the start of a dungeon, the end of a dungeon, the start of the next dungeon, the start of and the end of the dungeon after that. So everything in this game comes in 4s. I did say we'll be coming back here, so, you know, welcome back. I am clearly Professor Oak, and this is Pokemon Snap. Nothing down here. So yeah, in short, 4 is death. Look it up on TV tropes. One of the Japanese words for 4 sounds like the Japanese word for death, and so 4 is death. Anyway, this is the next area we're heading to. We need to get 36 cards by the look of it. I don't like that number for reasons you should already know. Hello, young. When you've become a stronger and wiser individual, this path will lead you to the Briar. I'm sorry, the Briar. You have made progress, young, but you must collect at least 36 cards to pass this gate. Whatever. I do like the music here. It's ambient. When you become a more stressed and apathetic individual, this path will lead you to the Briars. Comfort by the pint, loser. I like that sassy turkey-ass statue. Now, I'm going to explore this bit now so I don't have to later, because there's not really anything of note here, but you can't go any further this way, by the way. I think there's a treasure chest around here somewhere. That might be on the other side of the bridge, because clearly there's a bridge here and there's stuff on the other side. And that 3-part area I pointed out before that I'm including the tutorial area alongside for reasons that will become apparent later on. That's on the other side of this bridge area, and I expect that tree to turn into one of those tree monsters from Bomberman Tournament. I've still not got over my casual treesism. Yeah. Oh, yep, there we go. And that's where the village elder card is. I could have just come here before and I would be able to get that fuck of health so much quicker. So much more quickly. I'm doing a great job. You keep telling yourself that, buddy. Hey. Now I want to half-start the next dungeon. So we need to come back with a number of cards that you will understand. If you've been with me for a while, you'll understand I won't like that number for personal reasons, but I'm not going to get into that. So, yeah. I suppose there's not really anything else I could do, because, yeah, there are only 2 fucks of health left in the game. You can tell that from the top right corner there. One of them is at the end of this dungeon, and one of them is at the end of the next dungeon, and then that's it. So this will be the first time This is the first time I'll be going into the final boss with the maximum possible health, because last time I saved the fuck of health that I just got from the 8-bit maze until I'd beaten the final boss, because I thought it might be difficult to get to. And the gimmick of this dungeon is those speedy uppy pads that can help you jump even further. And I wasn't getting confused with those. Like, you can jump 2 wide pits just barely without them. Also, you might have seen to the right there are now those jelly blob enemies that, there's a stronger version of them here, and they shoot at you. Delicious. And, yeah, we're getting to the good part of the music now, but I won't use it on the end slate of this video, because By the way, have you been enjoying the way I've been handling the end slates of this series? Because I have no intention of translating those haikus, and I want someone else to do it just to have the fun of doing it. So yeah, and they are haikus. They're as grammatically accurate as I don't know how super. I don't know if they're super accurate, but like they exist. Damn it. Anyway, this area is referred to as the circus, and it has sort of circusy designs. Those are elephants. I'll get as much done as I can in this. Oh, by the way, when you jump, the dust follows you. I should have mentioned this a lot sooner. Oh, I thought the dust made these things bounce across the. I thought those swipey things thought that dust was a wall, but maybe that's just the rats from Ying's apartment. And the other, I don't remember. Anyway, this is good music, I promise. I'm just talking all over it. Also, rhythmic fire, because fuck you. That's 7 on 4. I don't know how far I'm going to get through this dungeon. I think this dungeon is kind of split up into thirds as far as I can tell, and it has a really, really, really super tragic story attached to it, but we'll get into that when we get into that. Don't you shoot your jelly at me, good sir. Don't need your jelly up on my face. Yeah, also you can't really run across the fire like that. But dust can block those fire vents, so you have that. Spoiler alert, I suppose. And there is a notorious puzzle later in the dungeon that contains these speedy uppy pads that I remember Danish Keith having trouble with it. The acrobat is losing balance. Where is the safety net? Not the safety net! I remember that was one of Iris's songs in the Belgian national final in 2012. Eurovision references. There you go, land on some dust. I'm sure that would be a comfortable landing. Wait, where are you going? Aren't you gonna thank me? Oh, you ungrateful cow. 21st of July, 1957. I'm about to say 1956. Following a cage malfunction, my face and side are severely mauled by an untamed lion. I survive, but now shudder to look at my own reflection. Like I said, tragic backstory. And there are also some uncharted rooms in this that have these pits that you can't cross. I believe that all of these channels, as I suppose you could call them, are connected. But, like, what am I trying to say? Like, you can't, like, there are several rooms, like, there are at least 2 rooms side by side. Oh, fuck. And, no, seriously, what am I trying to say? I'm just gonna walk back to that dungeon, but, like, every time you see one of those rooms, there is an identical one to the side of it that you didn't come in from. And so, while you can't get from one to the other because you can't jump that far, you can still, like you're not missing out on anything because they're just 2 identical rooms. It's just, they're shortcuts that you can't use for some reason. So, I think they're part of the story of the dungeon, really. So, I'll finish this series of rooms, and I believe there's a key at the end of it, and then in the next episode we can start on the second half of this dungeon. I don't know, I'm running out of time here. So when I get to the next checkpoint... Oh, there we go. I'll just kill these fuckers, and then save, and then I'll sign off. So soon, I know. Hang on, what was in the last room? Okay, yeah, okay. So, I have been able to be Tessellating Hexagons, and abrupt ending is abrupt, but if you're ever feeling down, just remember that I'm not as dope as Oprah. I'm sorry, I got nothing. See you next time.